Okay.
Hello, we're here at the farmers market in Mableton. This is week 2 of the farmers market. Just finished the prep work for the bruschetta, and now I'm going to go ahead and assemble the bruschetta. So what we have is I went ahead and diced up tomatoes, and these tomatoes are just fresh whole tomatoes. I peeled them. The best way to peel the tomatoes would be to put them in a water bath, have boiling water, drop the tomatoes in there for a few minutes and watch them. When you see the skin burst open, then you can take the tomato out of the water, put it in a cold water bath, and after that, just peel the skin off. It's going to make it so much easier. What I had to do today in the prep work was go ahead and peel the tomatoes with a knife by hand, and that takes a longer time. It's much easier just to go ahead and get your tomatoes done in the bath, in the water bath. So we have our tomatoes ready. Here they go. I'm going to add a few things to this. One, I'm going to be adding onion. Let me find a spoon here. I'm going to be adding onion to the tomatoes. I'm not really using a recipe. I use about 6 whole tomatoes, peeled. You want to try and get the seeds out as well as you can. I'm going to add 2 cloves of garlic, minced. Really should have got this garlic a little finer minced if I could, but oh well. I'm going to toss that in. I'm adding fresh basil. This is my fresh basil. It actually still has the root on here. I bought this from the farmer's market and not here at ours because we don't have them like that, but I bought that, and I'm going to try and save this root and put it in a plant and grow this again. Should grow, shouldn't have a problem doing it. We'll see. So here's the basil that I chopped up. I'm going to add the basil. Again, this is a meal that's not cooked, and it's really not a meal. This is more of an appetizer. We have some bread over here that we're going to be using to put this on shortly. You can make this bread yourself, or you can take the bread and buy it the way I did. But you can make it yourself by taking some baguette and toasting it, adding a little seasoning to it. Whatever you like.
David said you had the best stuff down here.
Thank you. I'm making bruschetta. Would you like to try some when I'm finished? Okay.
I can't even pronounce it.
Bruschetta. Bruschetta. I think that word is French or something. I'm not sure where bruschetta comes from. So we have our main stuff mixed in here. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some olive oil and some balsamic vinaigrette. Again, I'm not measuring. I should. But if I were to measure, I would put a tablespoon of balsamic vinaigrette. And I have some measuring spoons, well, I thought I did. Well, anyway, I can't find it, so I'm just going to add a little balsamic. Balsamic is a little dark, so it's going to darken this up a little bit. Not going to add too much because I don't want to affect the flavor of the tomatoes too much and overwhelm it. And I'm also going to be adding some olive oil. And I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of olive oil. A little heavy. You can add as much as you like. Some people may not like the heavy taste, so that's about 4 tablespoons. Tossing this up, and we're almost finished. Almost finished. You see it? I'm going to add some fresh cracked pepper. Give it a little flavor. You can also add some red pepper if you want it a little spicy. Red pepper flakes if you want to. I'm adding salt. This is pink Himalayan salt. Add as much as you like, as much salt and pepper as you like. If you wanted to add a little cilantro, some people use cilantro, some people use parsley, but these are the basic ingredients. And after you finish this, you will want to let this sit for a little while because you want the flavor to macerate. Said macerate, people. Okay? Macerate. That means to let the vegetables marinate in their own juices. We do that with strawberries a lot. When you put it in sugar, macerate. So we're going to let these flavors kind of sit here for a little while. I'm going to taste it just to see what it tastes like before, because that's what people do on cooking shows. Here is some fresh basil that you can grow yourself very easily. I picked this up at a local farmer's market, but they are available now at different places, Walmart. This one is actually in a pot, so you can leave it in the pot, snip as much as you want from it. But I'm going to taste this and see what it's tasting like before it gets finished and let you guys know. I'm going to go ahead and get a little piece of this bread and see what we got going on here. It has a lot of juice in there. You don't want to put the juice on the bread because if you do, it's going to make the bread a little softer. So this is all that it is. That's what bruschetta looks like. It's basically just bread with a little fresh tomatoes. And I'm going to taste it. Oh my goodness. Hello, ma'am. How you doing?
Ready? You take a picture of it. Yeah. That's it. That's it. You ate it. Picture.
A little salt. Needs more salt. And that's it. That's it. A little bit more pepper. How you doing, man? We're making bruschetta. You came at the right
Are you going to
time.
serve it on the bread?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Come
She's
on.
still taking the picture. Yeah.
We're videotaping this so that we can share this with everybody. In case you weren't here today, you can come back and watch how we did it. So this is bruschetta in a jar. You can buy this stuff if you want to. I wouldn't because it's not going to be as fresh. You want fresh tomatoes, fresh from your market, locally grown, heirloom tomatoes is what you want to use. Okay? You also have whole peeled tomatoes, which you could use as well. So you have options here. I use fresh tomatoes, and I've used store-bought baguettes. This is Parmesan bread chips, and basically you would take a baguette, fridge bread or something, cut it up, put it in the oven, sprinkle a little herbs on there, whatever herbs you like, a little olive oil, put it in the oven and let it get hard until it's crunchy, crispy. It's going to taste better if it's fresh. Again, fresh is best. So we are a local farmers market. We have local farmers here. We want you to eat local food. We want you to come out, look at how things are made, go home and try it yourself. So today, once again, we have bruschetta. The recipe for the bruschetta is basically 6 plum tomatoes, 2 cloves of garlic, 4 tablespoons of EVOO, which is extra virgin olive oil, 1/4 of a cup of fresh basil sliced and cut, 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar, a pinch of red pepper, salt. Mix all these things together and let them sit for as long as you can. You can refrigerate this or you can leave it out at room temperature, but you want to let the flavor kind of marinate or macerate throughout this before you serve it. And again, if you're going to put this on bread, try not to get too much of the liquid. If you look here, you see a lot of liquid. You don't want to put all that liquid on there because that liquid is very tasty. It's very tasty, but it's going to make your bread soft. So try and wait until you're just about ready to serve this. And we're going to let some people come and sample some of this. We have some people coming up. And I'm going to give this lady a sample here. And I want her to tell me honestly on camera what she thinks about this.
It's a homemade salsa.
There you go, ma'am.
That's your homemade salsa.
Yeah, this is bruschetta. This is a bruschetta topping. It's a bruschetta
Excuse
topping.
me.
Yeah, it's kind of like salsa. Kind of similar
Yeah, it
to
looks
salsa.
like
It doesn't
salsa.
have. Yeah, it's in the same family as salsa.
Can
You
I
use
try
a
it?
lot of the same ingredients. Sure, you may try
So
it.
I can give my testimonial.
Yes, please. We would like to let these flavors marinate a little longer. That is what you're really supposed to do.
Into the bread.
No, into just each other. Let these things kind of marinate together. And that's our sample for today. Thank you for coming, and I hope you enjoy it.